All right, guys, we are rolling.
What up? Live. And in fact, hey, right now, before we get started, if you guys don't know what we've been through to get this podcast going right now, whatever you're listening to this on, like, give that a positive review. Hit a thumbs up on YouTube. We had kicked out of our own studio. We had a band rocking over there. We had to come all the way across the city of Chicago in the middle of the night when it's, traffic's in there. So we're bringing this podcast to you. Apparently, I'm underdressed.
I made fun of Mike's attire today.
I mean, if
Usually
I
he's
wanted to
rolling
wear
in.
three-piece shoots, I wouldn't be podcasting.
Have you put away all the Thick Boy merch since he's been getting roasted?
Oh, no, I actually worked on it the other day.
Do you follow the Fighter and Kid Reddit page?
No, I do not.
So do you know anything about what has happened?
I just know he's the most hated guy on the internet now.
So what do you do?
I don't know exactly what the backstory is.
Well, there's a couple things. Long story short, the Trash Tuesday girls had made a comment about back in the day, this very unfunny comedian tried to get them to blow him, right?
No.
And he was like, he walked me back to my truck and wanted me to blow him, and then it came out that it was most likely Brendan Schaub, right? Then that shit kind of hit the fan, and then he came out and said that Bobby Lee was one of the trolls on the Reddit page. And he was like, I've got 300 pages of evidence showing that Bobby Lee is the guy who for years has been trolling me on my own Reddit page.
I wouldn't put it past Bobby Lee for doing that. As a joke.
Maybe, but Bobby Lee also seems like a guy that doesn't really understand computers.
Come on. He probably programs them. Are you kidding me?
Maybe. So he came out with this, I've got 300 pages of evidence, this, that, and the other, and then went on Bobby Lee's podcast, and they confronted him about it, and he just did not navigate that situation very well.
He doesn't think too well on his feet. We'll say that.
Right. Basically, what it came down to is that somebody had made an account that was like robert@tigerbelly.com, and that was the only evidence he had that somebody, which Bobby goes by Bobby, his real name isn't Robert, and anybody could make up, I could put that in a certain
anyone
account.
could make any name they want to put on any page.
Right. So then, that's when shit, and then, he's not the funniest guy in the world.
His stand-up is terrible.
It's not very good. So his Reddit page has completely flipped on him, and it's just post after post of people roasting him and pointing out his
make like these Reddit threads where they talk about the show and all that
right.
stuff. Hopefully one day we'll have one of those
right.
where they trash me for the shit I say.
Right. So every post is about how Brendan Schaub is a fucking idiot, and they just all his clips, and they're breaking down the last 3 Fighter and the Kids have averaged 40,000 streams on YouTube, which is nothing for what used to be a couple 100,000 views per episode. So he's also Brendan Schaub is playing the Den Theater in next week. It's sold 10 tickets. There is nobody coming. He's coming to do the Tough Mudder. So if you guys want to do the Tough Mudder with him, you could.
I keep getting advertisements for that.
I didn't know those are still going on.
Yeah, he needs. Actually, Spartan bought them. Joe DeSilva bought. DeSanta, what his name is? Joe DeSanta.
Yeah, Silva.
DeSilva. Yeah, he bought those. But he needs to go on Rogan. That's what he needs to
do something.
He needs to go on Rogan. Rogan heals all, right? But I mean, the whole thing about chicks trying to blow him, and he
didn't even get the blowjobs.
The company you keep, right? I mean, Brian Callen accused of some shit.
Right.
He's really good friends with Chris D'Elia, accused of some shit. So you are the company you keep, right?
Well, and while this shit came down about Reddit and he was accusing Bobby Lee, apparently Brian Callen calls Bobby Lee and is I'm gonna fucking kill you, threatening him, and not just a hey man, what the fuck, and more of no, I'm gonna do bodily harm to you type of way. And then later apologized for it and was I was way out of line about this, I shouldn't have said that, I was emotional, whatever. So yeah, on the Den you can pick your seats, when you buy tickets, and it's 90% available. I checked it the other day, and it was
I kind of want to go now to sit
just
there by myself.
I want to get the farthest seat back.
Talk about the blowjobs.
Talk about the blowjobs.
What went wrong? When did it go sideways?
So, yeah, that's going on. But anyway, let's hop into this week in fights.
Pay-per-view. Not not the biggest card. I would say that.
I'm not that excited for it.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
whatever.
kind of
UFC 278.
Effect, right?
Yeah.
Like you respect his greatness for what he's done, but you're never too excited for a Kamaru Usman fight until the Hamzat train comes down.
I don't know. I think I always liked Usman. I mean, the Covington fights were always fun fights to watch.
Well, why were they fun fights to watch?
Because Colby.
Because Colby was talking all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
But they were good fights,
Yeah.
though, too.
But Leon
I mean,
doesn't
Colby
do
came to
anything.
fight.
And neither one of those. And Kobe pushes the fight. Kobe made Usman fight. Right. It's not, if a guy like Edwards is going to be, he's a more of a counter striker. It's almost like an Izzy type fighter where he's looking for you to make a mistake. He's trying to hit you from the outside. And it probably what I see here is Usman taking the heavy wrestling again, right? Bringing it back to the old school Usman where he just shoots and shoots and shoots. And it's going to be a lot of laying and praying and foot stops and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of press up against the cage, things like that.
Masvidal won.
Yeah.
Jorge Masvidal, Usman won. That's where I think. And if I do think, though, I don't have the heart to do it. I have a feeling that Leon Edwards is going to win this fight.
I mean, he could.
If Usman, he's fallen in love with his striking lately. He's got some
Pretty big
knockouts.
underdog at 260 plus 260,
That's
280.
really not that big. Honestly.
No.
Compared to the people that have been underdog to him lately. Like I believe most people are around 300. But
Changing of the guard here. Kamaru goes and fights Canelo.
Dude, the two things I worry about with Kamaru Usman is or three things I should say. He's falling in love with his stand-up. If he tries to make this a stand-up fight, he's going to lose.
His knees, his joints.
His knees and his hands. He's coming off hand surgery. So who knows how they're repaired, how they're feeling, how they're going to hold up when he starts throwing him in that fight. I still am going to go with Kamaru Usman here. I want to pick. I'm going to play some Leon Edwards in DraftKings.
Oh, for sure.
He's $72,000 or $7,200. It's really fucking cheap. But I think Usman gets this done probably by decision. It's probably going to be a snoozer at the end of the night.
An Usman decision. It's a probably boring 5-round fight.
Right.
I don't think he's going to.
I think no matter what, this is going to be a boring 5-round fight.
This should be the main event.
This
Paulo Costa,
The
Luke
Jewish-
Rockhold.
the Joyce, Paulo Costa. Get rid of the eraser. Get the
excited
Joyce.
for Costa to come back.
Oh, he's in great shape too. Have you seen him?
Yeah.
He is fucking
fucking
ripped.
ripped.
He's ripped. He's not heavy. He's in the shade. He's at 100% going to make weight tomorrow.
He's a character.
Recording this on Thursday, by the way. Versus Luke Rockhold, former champ, right? Strikeforce champ, UFC champ. Was the cream of the crop in the middleweight division.
Yeah.
Now fighting that left heavyweight. Hasn't fought in a while. And his chin has just been so suspect.
This
So
is good. This is
suspect.
going down at middleweight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's been fighting at light heavyweight as well.
Yeah.
They both last fights were at light.
I mean,
or-
he's almost 40 years old.
and he's been
Costa's 30.
knocked out.
Knocked out. I think Ghost is going to find his chin.
And didn't Bisbee knocked him out to get that title off of him.
Ghost is going to sleep him.
Look, one thing's for sure. Costa
Erase
hits
him.
like a fucking truck, right? He couldn't catch Izzy, right? He could not catch Izzy because it's hard to get a hold of him. That Vittori fight, he came out sluggish early, but as that fight poured on, he
Yeah,
started
it
to
looked
wake
good.
up.
Yeah.
He started looking better and better. And the shots that Vittori took, there's no way Luke Rockhold's going to take it. The shots that Yoel Romero took against him, there's no way Rockhold's taking those. This is our spoiler fucking alert. This is my lock of the night. Paulo Costa is going to knock out Luke Rockhold probably in the first round.
First round knockout.
This is one of my toughest fights to pick in this card.
My heart says Aldo and my brain says Aldo.
They're near even.
My heart says Mirab. My brain says Aldo.
So Aldo's got some really good takedown defense. He's got hands. Marais pretty much had Merab out on the feet. Like knocked him out twice on the feet.
He didn't knock him out. He knocked him out
But,
0 times.
The ref did the right thing, kept it going. And then I think Aldo's going to win this.
Good takedown defense is one thing, but the relentless, nonstop pressure that Merab Dvalishvili is going to put on him, he's going to spam 10, 15, maybe 20 takedowns until he gets that one. It's going to be nonstop. Aldo's not going to be able to get anything going. He's going to get up. Merab's going to take him down. Merab can take you down. His control time sucks. That's why he's going to be my favorite fucking DraftKings fighter to have in this card because he's going to shoot.
But you remember that one time we played him and they didn't count him for any of those takedowns?
No.
Yeah, you do. I think he
I don't.
took the guy down and he'd get up and they wouldn't give him the take because they didn't establish it. I think Aldo is going to Chad Mendez Merab with a big knee.
I think we're
to the face.
Again, you got an aging bantamweight. Give me the younger guy coming up, and it's going to be real fun at the top of that division.
He's still on the right side of 30 or 40.
Yeah,
So
but
he's
not
35.
He's
When
not
they
the
get
right
over
side
35, then you got to worry a little bit.
But at 30, what's Dominic Cruz? 35?
No, he's older than that, I think.
What, 36?
Yeah, he's on the wrong side.
Listen, Rob Dvalishvili is going to wrestle fuck Jose Aldo.
I feel like Jose Aldo has got to be 43 in real life.
And
Like,
yeah.
he does not
He
look
does,
35.
we haven't seen his birth certificate. We have to check that out for sure. Let me see where Rob's scoring. But this one, I don't even know how to fucking talk. Somehow this got put.
Can we just skip this?
on the
Kudalo,
fucking main
Lava,
card.
and Woo.
Yeah, we said we could do that, right? We could skip shit. If we
You
don't
can
talk
skip
about
whatever you
This
want.
fight is
Yeah.
going to be bullshit, boring
Pudalova,
decision. I
whatever.
don't care who wins.
it. Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say on this
Or
one.
pick the underdog.
I'm going to
It's
go with
female-
Lucia Pudalova. She's going to win that fight.
women's
But
MMA.
it's not going to be fun to watch. Or maybe it was like the Dotson fight. But other than that, look at this. Give him.
Yeah, there was
Give
one
me
of
him.
them they weren't giving
He
him.
scored 163 points the last fight. The one he got knocked out 3 times.
Hunsucker.
163, yeah. Jesus Christ.
Terry Hunsucker, the pride and joy of the Kentucky regional scene,
Man.
versus the resurgence. I've been watching on Netflix that Manti Te'o shit.
Yeah.
The fucking Pedro kind of looks like him a little bit. Reminds me of him. Pedro's gonna put fucking Harry Hunsucker to sleep. This is my second best lock of the night.
Hunsucker knocks him out.
Not a
Huge
No.
minus
not a
800.
fucking chance.
Pedro smokes.
And
him
it's
first
like
round.
minus 1,500 not to go the distance.
Yeah.
It's only like plus 100 for under half a round.
Yeah.
This is gonna be out in the first minute.
Yeah, Pedro's gonna
Pedro's
smoke
gonna
him.
put him
I don't
to
know why
fucking
they have Hunsucker still in here.
Because they want Tyson Pedro to knock somebody out. They're trying to build. They give him Ike.
He knocked out his last fight.
They give him Ike. They're giving this guy. They're building him back up. He's out for a long time.
Who they give next? Parker Porter.
No, Parker Porter is fighting that Egyptian dude that just won. That beat Dontel Mays.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's fighting Parker Porter next. I got a name.
What's the dude's name? Oh, man.
Abdul. But he's got Greco-Roman champion.
Yeah.
This is my fight of the night right
This is
here.
Mike's boy right here.
If you've ever watched or listened to
Tybura,
our show,
Romanov.
you know who the fuck I'm going with in this fight. However, this is the most worried I've ever been in an Alexander Romanov fight because Marcin Tybura is not going to be. He's actually going to be bigger than him.
He's
right?
bigger. He can grapple himself.
He can grapple himself.
He's got good clinch
This
work.
is his test.
He can knock people out too. He's done
This
it.
is his test. I still think that Romanov is just going to be too much for him. His explosiveness. He was in great shape his last fight. We all know he can throw people around the cage. His ground and pound and submissions are fucking sick. But he was lean stepping on that scale his last time. So I think he's training better. They're both in fine age for heavyweights. It doesn't really matter, 31, 36. I think that Romanov's – but, again, I don't think Tybura is drawing dead. I'm not making this my lock of the night, but I still think Romanov gets it
I'm
done.
looking back at the Espino fight, and I think Tybura is better than Espino.
But he won this Espino fight.
Yeah, but what came down to it? It was like some kind of a.
He won round 1.
There was a disqualification or something.
Yeah,
wasn't
no,
there?
he won round 1, and then they went to the technical decision
Oh,
in the card, and he won by
That's
technical
right.
decision.
I think he's going to get tired, and I think Tybura is not going to get tired.
I mean, Tybura just got pretty much manhandled by Alexander Volkov, right?
Give me. I think Tybura is going to win this fight by decision.
Oh, it's not going to decision. It is not going to decision. Like you said, if anything, it's because Romanov got tired, and Tybura got him. I could
He's on
see
top
that.
of him.
Your boy Jared Gordon, right?
Jared Gordon.
Man, two guys are kind of. I hate to watch fight. I mean,
I
Atlanta
think this
Sandals
fight's
for
going to
Jared
be
Gordon.
on the ground a whole lot of the way.
Yeah,
I think Gordon's going to be on top.
These are two good grapplers, though.
Yeah.
So I mean, they could cancel each other out, and this could end up being a very
But
boring
Santos
stand-up
is like
war.
more of a jiu-jitsu grappler versus more as like a top MMA wrestler grappler. I think.
Yeah, but it
Gordon
could end up to the point where Gordon doesn't want to go down into that guard. He doesn't want to play those games. So it becomes a boring stand-up
Yeah,
fight.
it
Sometimes
could
when these two grapplers meet each other, it's ugly. I think Jared Gordon gets it done, but this is a flip of a coin.
Dude over there's 42.
Yeah, but Jared Gordon's not good.
Yeah, I'll take Jared Gordon. By
I'm
decision.
going with him too, but I still think that. And he's just talking about how he hates MMA.
Oh, I
how
did see
MMA
that.
does nothing good for him. He hates
Yeah.
it whether he wins. He hates it whether he loses.
Yeah.
I got Sean Woodson.
Sean
in this one.
Woodson.
Luis Saldana is not a scrub. He's a solid fighter, but
Yeah.
Woodson has just a freakish measurables. His reach, his hands, his boxing's elite.
78 reach
I didn't think at featherweight.
at featherweight. That's insane.
He just fought who just tied last week, right? Who did he knock out his last fight?
Colin England.
But the other guy that he fought before that, Yusuf Zalal.
Split.
He's able to show he has some grappling chops, right? He's able
Yeah.
to fight off the grappling.
Saldana's mostly standing.
And he's going to get pieced up.
Yeah,
and
he's
Woodson
gonna
showed
get
me not only could he fight grappling against Zalal, but he has the knockout power. I didn't think he had. I was talking shit he wasn't going to knock out England.
Yeah,
he fucking
but
slept him.
he's got hands. He likes to use his knees, kicks.
Yeah,
pretty much
apparently he
everything.
was like a pro
Elbows.
boxer at one point, or like a high boxing prospect. And you can see it in his hands. I think Woodson probably sleeps him. Probably puts the outside down.
Woodson, yeah, Woodson knockout.
But definitely at least by decision. I'm going Woodson on this one. The numbers are right. Oh, this is a fucking another Ash fucking raping.
It
of
should
the
be
night.
Miranda Maverick.
This
whooping
is
the
going to
shit
be
out
a
of Shayna
fucking
Young.
mauling. All right.
Should be.
Miranda Maverick's going to spam. This is going to be
What's the odds on
over and over and a takedown,
Oh,
takedown. You looking at DraftKings? This is the one you want to target. Shannon Young is kind of made of glass. Who did she beat? I feel like I saw that.
Gina, that doesn't count.
Gina Mazan. Punches in from the back mount. But she has fucking paper-like takedown defense, and a woman that's going to spam takedowns on her. Miranda Maverick has 2 losses up there, but one of them was a very sketchy one, Macy Barber, right? Most of the world,
beat Macy
most
Barber.
of you listening right now thinks Macy Barber lost that fight.
Yeah.
It didn't work out that way. And then Blanchfield, who is looking like she's a
Dominated her.
fucking prop.
Yeah.
She's going to be a fucking problem for everybody. We're going to find out how good Molly Meatball really is real soon. But I think Maverick gets this done probably by finish, but at the very least, she's a smalling her for 3 rounds.
This is an interesting fight too.
I like AJ Fletcher.
I mean, I think AJ Fletcher wins, but I would not be surprised if Angelusa wins.
I mean,
He's
AJ
athletic.
Fletcher, I feel like
They're
he
both
beats
athletic.
Semmelsberger
Yeah.
in that fight. He took him down endlessly, had some good control in that fight. Almost finished him early in that fight. Great wrestling, AJ Fletcher versus Angelusa. A little bit more well-rounded. Both these guys were on the Contender Series, right?
Yeah. They're both similar in ways. Man.
I think AJ Fletcher has the X factor, and that's gonna be like wrestling to get that fight down
There's
to the
just a
ground.
nice reach advantage there. 74 to 67. That's 7 inches.
I just think you reach the man when you're laying on your back.
Yeah, and we saw Fletcher start to get a little bit tired there.
And,
from all the wrestling, so.
I don't think that he's gonna be a better striker than Semmelsberger is.
Yeah, no.
And I think Fletcher wins this fight
It's a
by
close
decision.
fight. Yeah. Let's see who's.
Oh, I'm going Amir Albazi.
Yeah,
I
Albazi
think
by
Albazi's
sub.
a fucking problem. He's going to be serious in this
Yeah.
division, and just
Zuma
because
Gulov.
this just shows that like fighting skill is not genetic.
Yeah.
Because there is a big fucking drop off between Davison Figueiredo and Francisco Figueiredo. He actually came out and won his last fight shockingly, right? So Daniel Silva,
Against the guy
but
on
he
this
got
card.
finished by Malcolm, or I thought he got finished by Gordon. Who did he get finished by?
Yeah, but Gordon beat the brakes off of it.
Yeah, no, Gordon finished somebody else. Gordon finished somebody else.
Well, Gordon just got finished by somebody. We're like, oh, this
got
guy
finished
sucks.
by a lot of people.
And then he comes and he just beats the
Malcolm
brakes
Gordon
off
gets-
Francisco Figueiredo.
I just can't trust Francisco Figueiredo. He could pull off a sub early in this fight. He could sneak up on him, but I just think Albazi's more well-rounded,
Yeah.
the better fighter from head to toe, and I think he mops the floor with him.
Albazi by sub.
And then it's bantamweight too, right? Or is that fat?
That's flyweight.
Oh, let's say the fucking bantamweight division. Another kind of snoozer.
Arichi Lang knockout. He should be able to handle.
He's a Mongolian murderer, right?
Yeah, he's got bombs in his hands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who did he just sleep? Yeah, Cameron Ellis. Poor Cameron Ellis. Was there like a
He
one
lost to
punch?
Durden. He's the one that got sent back to China by Durden.
Yeah. yes. Yes. Yeah, I'll fucking blend together. Yeah, I think Arichi Lang comes.
Yeah.
Probably cracks the jaw of Jay Parrott.
Yeah, he knocks him out.
The Joker, my ass. See how that worked out for what's his name? Who's the Joker that got kicked out? It's always paid.
And this is
First
David
fight of the
Silva,
night?
who
Is
got
it-
beat by Francis Figueiredo.
Is it De Silva or is it Lucerna?
I don't
The
know.
motherfucker's got a different name every time he fights. Victor Altamirano, I call him Lou Diamond Phillips.
He looked pretty decent in his first one, yeah?
No.
First fight. De
Altamirano.
Silva?
Oh, De Silva. Yeah, I think De Silva's going to win this fight. Altamirano has very terrible takedown defense. He accepts bottom position. He likes to fight close fights. Even the Contender Series was a split decision. He lost by decision in his debut to someone who's not that good. Who was his loss to? Carlos Hernandez, so another debuting fighter. I think that Daniel De Silva gets this fight down and he controls the fight and he wins by decision. Maybe get some type of finish on the floor.
I'm going to take Alta Moreno.
It's going to be tough to finish Altamirano, but I just don't like the way the guy just
What does that
likes
mean in
to
Spanish?
take.
Tall view? Altamiranos? I don't know.
I don't know.
I
But
think he's
El
gonna. I think he's
Magnifico.
gonna outpoint De Silva on the feet.
Yeah,
win a
I
decision.
don't think this fight's going to happen on the feet. This guy has no takedown defense, and
We'll
De Silva
see.
can grapple. So, yeah, De Silva wins this fight by probably decision because, Altamirano's tough to finish. He's tough to finish.
Well, that wraps up our predictions for 278, and I think we both have. Everybody's got their lock in the main card as
Racer.
Paulo
for
Costa.
sure.
I mean, it's going to
Or
be
Tyson Pedro.
quick. Yeah.
What do you think, Garbage?
Who knocks out who fast? Does Costa knock out Rockhold faster than Pedro knocks out Hunsucker? That's a bet right there. That should be on the sports book.
I think.
Who's faster?
I think Pedro knocks out Hunsucker faster.
I think Costa knocks out Rockhold faster.
Really?
Because I think Pedro will sit there for a second and kind of get a vibe and feel because he's kind of, a little bit
Let's
slower
sprinkle a couple
starter.
dollars on that first 60-second knockout, right?
Yeah, where Costa comes out like a fucking bull.
Yeah,
Costa
true.
comes out hard, whereas Pedro kind of sits back a little bit, gets a feel for it, and he has that one-punch power for sure.
I
Salt
think
Lake
it's
City.
important to.
Interesting place.
It's the card as boring as the city.
Yeah, the Mormons like fights.
They like weird shit for sure. Marlon and Vera, Cheeto.
I don't think we need to go through the old card, but what about this Landwehr Onama fight?
That
Hey,
was a
that's
great
my
fight.
boy, right? I
That was a
went
great
with
fight.
him. I told you I couldn't go against it. Nate the fucking train.
Nate the
I love-
fucking train.
I was watching the fight beforehand and was like,
This
"Oh
is a great
man,
one
this
though,
is
too.
right." I was like, "Fight of the night."
Like the one that one's 23 and Lucindo's only 20 years old. These six were high level, sharp
Right.
as fuck. So good. It was such a good fight.
I was like, "Oh, fight of the night right there! The women's strawweight, 20-year-old first fight
Debut,
in, and
both
then
That
debuting.
one fight was pretty good too. Angela Hill and Loopy.
Yeah,
I didn't
bullshit
see
fight.
that one,
Yeah, I
but
liked it.
and then
Priscilla Cachoeira fight was
Landwehr and
better.
Onama. And Onama looks like he's out on his feet, and then all of a sudden he's
He starts
throwing
coming
like
back.
man.
Yeah.
3 strike.
Majority decision.
Yeah.
Who had Onama on that card?
I don't know.
But anyway, I love how Onama's basically out
There
on
was someone had
It
it
was a
tie, a
Draw.
draw.
A
Yeah,
Man.
The other
and
two
it was like
had-
27-27 or something.
We're
Yeah.
picking this guy up. Oh, come on, you're okay. Let's go fight some more.
Yeah.
Like I love Nate the Train. And did some work over in was it KSI, one of the Russian federations.
Yeah.
He was always supposed to fight Movsar Evelev, and they kind of never crossed paths. And I would love to see that fight happen. But yeah, he's awesome. And then Cheeto's knockout was amazing.
Yeah, that slow mo with break of the nose.
Man, the power that Cheetah packs at bantamweight, he is fucking legit.
He is.
He's a problem. He's got wind. He's tough as shit. He can't grapple too. He hasn't had to use it
I
lately.
mean, he beat the GOAT.
He,
David Grant.
and
Where's
all-
Davey at? Come on.
Davey just
needs a fight.
fought again on the Kudalaba card. He does.
He does. He's due.
I'm sure Dana wants to book him. It could be travel issues. Maybe he tried to get on the London card. Who knows what it was?
Why wasn't he on the London card? That's bullshit.
Yeah, dangerous Davey. But yeah, Cheeto Vera. They probably have some people above him for that title shot. But if I'm booking,
Dude, he's
this,
got to be one more fight.
yeah.
One more.
Especially like who knows especially if Sean O'Malley beats Peter Yan, he better get the title shot.
Or he rematches O'Malley.
But who gets it? Who would be the Mirab and Aldo winner? But who it's obviously you got.
I think if Aldo wins, he gets it. Because he's getting up in age. They're going to give him another shot if he beats Merab.
If Mirab wins it, that would be interesting to see what.
Then maybe get
what
Merab
Aldo
Vera.
does.
I think if Merab wins, you get Merab Vera.
To kind of the final
if
boss.
Aldo wins, it's Aldo versus the winner.
But then who fights Aljo? I mean, if
You mean
Aljo
who
beats TJ.
Aljo fights Aldo. And then who?
Oh yeah. But I'm saying-
TJ can fight. I don't know. I guess they're waiting to see how it all shakes up. Because a lot of fights.
I mean,
everybody's matched up,
Aljo
right?
Man's got to beat TJ. That's gonna be a tough fucking fight. That's not a
Because
gimme.
you've got
Sanhagen's fighting who?
Sanhagen's fighting Song Yadong.
Song. That's a big jump.
You got
for
Ricky
Song.
Simone right there outside the top 10. Maybe set him up with Munoz or Font.
Font. I would say Font. I'd build him up higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if
And Sanhagen's still 4. Wow.
especially Piotr Lon uses that fight, I think Cheeto should jump.
Sean O'Malley's all the way 13. But if he beats Jan, he's got to be close.
You can't jump above Vera though. Vera fucking finished him.
Right.
Yeah. No
Like,
matter what he
as much as I
says.
love to say Sean O'Malley, I joke around with, but like if you're being legit, like Cheeto Vera knocked him out. You know,
you
whatever
saw
reason
those
you want.
elbows were cutting through.
Yeah, I might have been a quick stoppage though watching those replays.
That's probably for the best.
I don't think it's ever for the best. I'd rather see the guy go out. Look at the Onama fucking Nate Landwehr fight. Let the guys fucking fight. But that's just like a what's it called? Like an embarrassment of riches. Like that bantamweight division. Anyone from like 1 through 13 could be a legitimate title contender and be a fucking banger of a fight.
Yeah.
Even go down to Umar.
Umar even's good.
Jack Shore. Like this division is stacked. And there's a bunch of people outside it. The Davey Grants. The Adrian Giannis's. There's more I can't even think off the top of my head. This fucking division is stacked from head to toe. Best division in fighting.
Yeah.
In all mixed martial arts.
All right, let's move on to news in MMA this week. Rosenstrike set to face Chris
Mike's
Dawkins
favorite guy to hate on.
October
He's not
1st.
good. He is not a good fighter. Every time I say that, he proves it right
he
in front
does.
of our
I
face.
mean, I can't argue with that.
He throws one punch per round. He doesn't have Derek Lewis sleeping power. We saw this fight announcement, and we both said, oh, this is a setup fight. He thought it was a setup for
feel-
Jairzinho. There's no fucking way. Chris Dawkins is the younger, hotter prospect, the guy they want to build back up. They do not want to see Jairzinho Rozenstruik move up. His fights are boring. He's not an entertaining guy talking. There's no reason they have that. You have the Philly police officer, the younger guy. They want to give this fight to Dawkins, and I think he's going to end up subbing Jairzinho Rozenstruik because Rozenstruik has no grappling game.
That could be a possibility. Maybe he's worried about a shin. He goes to grapple.
It's just I don't even think he's worried about it. I think he has such a clear advantage there. Because, man, when the Curtis Blade shot it was like paper. Even fucking, Volkov was able to fucking go through him a little bit, too.
Yeah.
Volkov, he's not a mixed martial artist. He's a kickboxer.
He first round knocked out Volkov in June, following first round knockout loss. Loss.
Like his last win was Augusto Sakai, who should be out of the UFC. Other than that, Overeem out of the UFC, JDS out of the UFC. Everyone he's beaten are not in the promotion anymore.
Curtis Blades, 5-fight winning streak. Dawkins earned 3 straight first rounds. I thought it said here.
Who did obviously he
Lewis
lost
knocked
to Lewis.
out. Lewis knocked out.
Has
Alex
lost.
Blades.
And Blades
He lost to
knocked
Lewis
out.
and Blades. Like, I mean,
But I mean, Lewis is getting chopped up now too. So, but Blades lost age as well.
yeah.
Lewis will not so much.
All right, well, let's
They both
keep going.
lost to
Yeah.
Both lost to Blades and Lewis, but I still think
Is
the wins.
Paulo Costa gonna make weight for
He's,
278?
100%.
He looks like he's gonna make it.
Yeah, he's got it. There's no way he misses weight. Plus, he's even at the extra pound. Of the,
Well, he was. How much was he off last time? Like 8 pounds or
Yeah.
something.
Apparently,
something
he
like
was
that.
hurt in training
Yeah.
camp, and that's why he didn't get that. And
Every
he's
every fighter comes into the fight
but
hurt.
but he's never missed weight before.
Yeah, but he missed it by a lot.
So that's why it might have been it's an exception, not the rule. If he was there's a lot of people who are habitual weight loss missers, right? They do it every single time.
Yeah.
If he starts doing it regularly now, then we'll see. But that was one time, and it was so egregious, it had to be something crazy. It was so bad.
Well, I thought it was like they were changing because there was no way in hell. Like it wasn't.
Right. So
Right.
playing to be that far off, like he made championship weight. There's no leeway for championship weight, right? He
Right.
made that. So he's never had a problem. Until I see otherwise, I'm going to take it like that was just a one-time fuck up, and go from there. Now, if he misses this one,
Yeah,
we'll
Costa Vittori fight was now at 205.
Yeah.
That's right.
and then he wanted to go to 225, right? So
Yeah.
he's trying to bump it up.
Sure, he probably walks around at that at least 230.
At the very least.
Carla Esparza versus Whaley Zhang.
I'll say
reportedly
this.
for
There's already
281.
been more strikes thrown in this fight than Carlos Esparza's last fight. Right now, before it starts.
Why do I have this weird feeling in my gut that Esparza's gonna win?
She could win the fight,
God.
but she's going to have to do way more than she did to win that title.
Yeah.
Whaley's not going to sit back there. She's not going to be listening to her groomer tell her that she's doing great in the corner and you're winning, the boos are good. Whaley's going to come out and try to assassinate her. So if she avoids that, she deserves it. She'll deserve that win. But she's not going to be able to sit fucking back and just let this fight, just time run out for 5 rounds.
We got Poirier Chandler.
Oh, well, it looks like a pretty good
Ooh.
lineup for this card.
There's
281 on
Joy,
November
Joyce
12th, which is my birthday.
Hey.
Pretty good,
Izzy Pereira, Esparza Whaley, Dustin Poirier Chandler, Dominic Reyes, Ryan Spann, which we'll get to here.
What happens if Poirier wins that fight?
Molly Blanchfield, Trizano, So Yu Wu
He probably does
Choi.
win the fight.
So
I don't know.
not that
I'm
far
not betting
off.
against Chandler no more. I have not bet. He fucked me too many times.
Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson has been calling
that
out
fight.
Dan Hooker. Sorry about that, mate. Let's focus on the details. Not focus on the details so much here. You either want to fight or no, but good thing is there's plenty of other fight cards. Also, traveling doesn't bother this warrior, so you can name the place. School's out. Michael Johnson once.
But I think
Dan
is
Hooker.
Hooker coming back to 155 or is
I think so. I like the idea. It went away was Hooker calling out Ferguson. I think that's a
Yeah,
fight.
that's
to
a
make.
fight, yeah.
Those two guys on the slide, kind of falling out of the top 10, both on bad streaks. One of them gets their shit back. The other goes. Ferguson's starting to work at Jackson Wink now.
Really?
Yeah, he went to Jackson Wink to start training. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing these days, but again, that's where he's at now. Hooker needs a win too, so I think that's the fight to make. But I'm not against a Michael Johnson fight either. I think that'd be a fun one as well.
Yeah.
Well, Dan Hooker says, I don't care. I'll fight Michael Johnson. I just didn't respond to the call-out because I didn't know where he thinks I live, but halfway is not. Where does he think I live? Where does he think New Zealand is? He said, I'll meet you halfway in Abu Dhabi. Mate, that's farther away than America. I would rather. I don't know where he lives, but blah, blah, blah. So
Dan Hooker is funny as fuck.
Yeah, meet him in California. Shit.
All right, let's keep going here.
Hey, honestly, though, I would think that Abu Dhabi's closer to New Zealand than America is.
I
had no
probably
fucking clue.
would, too.
Until Dan Hooker said that, I had no fucking clue.
Well, you think like the West Coast.
We're Americans. We don't give a fuck about the rest of the world.
Robbie Lawler versus Santiago Ponzinibbio
Does
for
Dana hate Robbie?
$282.
Dana just keeps feeding Robbie these fucking animals, right?
Yeah.
Robbie can win this fight, though.
He can, but it's still a tough fight, I think.
Ponzi's kind of slipping a little bit, though. He didn't look good in that Pereira fight. He looked kind of...
Ponzinibbio had won 7 straight fights from 2015 to 2018 before a 3-year hiatus.
He got hurt, right?
He returned in 21 and knockout loss against Jingling.
Jingling.
The Leech.
Who did Leech just knock out, too? Like, slept somebody cold.
Dude, what are you doing?
His last fight, he put
I
somebody
told
out.
you he was going to knock him out. Who was it?
Who was it? It was a good fighter, too.
Yeah.
Who's that?
I was like, watch the Leech
Jingling.
knock this motherfucker out.
Like, he fucking iced him. It was like no TKO. This was like, no, you're asleep.
Yeah. He smoked him. Third round.
Was it third? I think it was second.
His third round.
Yeah, at top.
Salakov.
Oh, the king of kung fu.
Muslim.
Yeah.
Second round.
Was it second?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But he fucking slept him.
That was the Ortega
Lost a decision to Magny.
He still should be cut,
Rodriguez fight.
though. He got fucking carried across the cage.
He's better than all the other Chinese fighters still in here.
That's not saying much. I think Whaley beats his ass. But anyway. Hey, if you get carried across the cage, you should out. I don't give a fuck who it is. Hamza ain't carrying me across the fucking cage. He might knock me out, but I don't give a fuck. Hamza probably fucking walks around 206.
You're a heavyweight.
He's a big boy. Hamza's fucking big as hell.
Jing Liang walks around maybe 190 something at the most.
That's his problem. Eat more.
You can't, man.
You can't be having that
They don't
China
have the
diet,
kind of
man.
rations we have in China.
That's right.
They're all standing in the soup line.
Get
for
the fuck
days.
out of there.
Get some miso soup. Come on.
Go to where the food is. But anyway, yeah,
Human
I
rights
mean,
violations over
I'm
there.
hoping Robbie Lawler pulls this one off.
Yeah, I hope so too. I don't know.
Paige Van Zant bare knuckle return has been postponed.
She's gotta
I
take
saw
care of
she
Mr. Van
posted
Zandt.
that.
No,
like,
apparently she had no idea it got pulled. They called her the week of the fight.
That sucks.
yeah, but they haven't said why she got pulled.
No,
right?
she doesn't know. She even said she doesn't know. Right,
Yeah,
you know what I
'cause
think so?
KFC.
Nobody was buying it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I didn't know she had a fight coming up, and this is the week of the fight. They pulled it, and I didn't know what was happening.
Well, but is that her fault or is that the promotion's fault?
The promotion probably like, we can't pay her because we got no fucking money.
Maybe.
Yeah, apparently they're already struggling to pay some people too, right?
Yeah, BK. All these people talk. Again, I am not against fighters making more money, but they love to talk about this grass is greener argument. They say they're going to pay you this amount of money to go to this Triller, to BKFC, to PFL, to all these other places. A lot of these people aren't getting money.
They don't sound like
They're not
they
getting
know how to
paid.
manage the money.
They're not getting paid. Like Chad Mendez last time I heard hadn't got paid yet for his bare knuckle fight. The Triller guys are getting sued because people aren't getting money
Mike Perry
by
must
like
be
Swiss
getting
Beats
paid
and shit
'cause
like
he keeps
that.
fighting.
Yeah.
Mike Perry doesn't make good decisions though.
He's
either.
just
Like,
gone.
you don't want to make
He's
decisions.
gone.
You don't want to make your decisions based
Doesn't
on Mike
he have a
Perry's
fight
decisions.
coming up too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
MVP in a bare
Saturday,
knuckle fight,
right?
right?
It's a Saturday, I think.
Maybe it was this one, right?
I mean, so again, they may be offered more money to go fight somewhere else. Do they get paid? Floyd Mayweather didn't pay Logan Paul. They're still fighting for $10 million or something like that. So again, a smaller check is better than no check.
Yeah.
And my whole argument with the UFC is the top level people probably should get paid a lot more money. But,
Right.
Harry Huntsuckers of the fucking world, I think you're doing fine doing 12 and 12.
I don't know, man. I feel like the top should make more, and I think the bottom should make a little more.
What do you think the bottom of that bare knuckle fight card was making? Or
probably
or
shit.
the bottom of a Canelo card? What the bottom boxer is making? He's probably making $1,000, $2,000 to that fight.
Yeah, I mean that's true, right?
So, so the bottom of the UFC card is making 12 times that,
but
and
like
24 times if they win.
I mean, some of those guys maybe, but when you look at like a Patty, like that motherfucker should be making 50 and 50, or 80
Well, he's
just to
getting
show
there.
up.
Should he?
and, yeah.
What has he generated? He has not been on pay-per-view one time.
But that's not his fault. And you saw what the crowds were like
but he's at
UFC
home.
London.
Yeah, but they can't rush him
but
either,
that's
though.
what if Dana White was smart, I guess they don't do pay-per-views in London, right?
They have before. They probably will. It probably will happen.
They probably got this system figured out. Who we think we can outsmart it?
Yeah.
Right.
And Patty even said he took a pay cut on purpose because he wanted promotion.
Sugar could pull pay-per-views.
Well, he's on pay-per-view cards now.
But what happens if you rush him too soon? He's on this pay-per-view card. He gets smoked. He falls back down, continues to lose, and then you lost the potential.
Now, the Francis Ngannous, the Kamaru Usmans, those motherfuckers should be making $15, $20 million a fight.
Right.
I think it's
those guys for sure.
Why it's smart like Patty and Sugar, kind of like.
But the lower level guys, you're guaranteed 3 fights a year on the UFC contract. If you win those fights, you're making like $75,000 a year fighting. You're a pro fighter. You could live off that, and if you get better, it goes up. Sam Alvey made 6 figures his last fight. Fucking Sam Alvey on an 8-fight losing streak made 6 figures.
Sure, but we're also talking about guys that have no health insurance. There's no retirement. You're just
you
getting
compare
paid.
it to the industry. What do you think a boxer on 8-fight losing streak is going to get paid his last fight?
Oh, he's out of the game.
Yeah. So again, sure. It's all relative. Make as much money as you can.
Everybody has a choice to do this for a living too, right?
Right.
Well, but Dana also took sponsorships away from these guys.
That's a big problem. I'm against that. That's bullshit.
So
and I don't like the win bonus. I don't. I think they should get a flat rate to fight.
Right. Instead of 12 and 12, make it 18. No matter what.
But that's perfect too because these motherfuckers are trying to win.
No
one's going in there trying to lose.
Dana White, give them the option: 18 no matter what, or 12 and 12.
Yeah,
you sign. Check the box.
I'm for that too.
Yeah. It's up to you. You want to make extra? Here you go. Check that box. You get 12 and 12.
Too, like finish bonuses. Like round 1, you get a higher bonus.
Or why don't you just get a bonus for a finish?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, finish bonus would be
why
nice.
Maybe not 50K
10 grand or whatever. Just if you finish
I would say
10.
have just one fight of the night, and then everybody who gets a finish gets a bonus.
Well, you can still have performance bonuses, but you should always get a bonus for finishing.
Yeah.
So even if it's only it's like 10 grand or something like that,
right.
some chunk added to your check for finishing every.
Yeah, because that last card was it the last card that first 8 fights were all.
There was one card with the 2 cards ago that every fight finished.
Yeah, we don't know how much their training camps are charging them too,
right.
Based off
Well, a lot of the training camps ain't getting paid.
Right, that's a thing.
Santos is the campus suing her.
That's a thing, sure.
Yeah.
All right, well. Paige, she's still doing all right. Her OnlyFans is probably doing okay.
AEW money, she's doing okay. This is a fucking shit show, huh?
Mike Jackson versus Pete Rodriguez booked for October Fight Night.
Come on, man.
First round finish.
Is also known as the opponent of CM Punk.
Hey, he knocked the guy out of the promotion with his eyeball.
Was that the one where he was huffing and puffing? He was such a badass for beating CM Punk, and Dana was like, "Bro, you beat CM Punk."
Yeah. And then he got poked in the eye his last fight, and he's like, "Shit, fuck, shit, my eye, shit." And he kept swearing it, and he ended up getting a win though. At first, Dean Barry. There you go.
Dean Barry. Yeah.
Dean Barry poked him.
Well, that's October 15th. Supposed to be headlined by Canyoneer and Strickland.
Oh yeah, that fight's happening. I forgot about that one.
That Hunsucker right there.
Ooh, do we want to just see what happens here?
Buckley, I saw Walking Buckley's got a.
He does. He's fighting.
A tough fight.
Fighter shatters opponent's knee with side kick.
I remember who it is.
Let's take a look. Good leg kick.
Oh, oblique kick.
Oh.
Bye-bye.
What promotion is this?
Variety 3? I don't know.
I'm not against that. I'm not against an oblique kick. That celebration kind of.
Has that guy got a giant scar on his back too?
Then it was his own weight that crumbled him too.
Yeah.
Oh, Imavov.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, ouch.
Oh,
he slapped him on the head though. Did you see that? Watch, he's laying on the floor. Bring it back. Watch, he goes down. Watch. That ref sucks.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Hey, you want to be a fighter? So you want to be a fighter?
Bobby Green calls out Patty Pimblett in covert recording.
Come on.
All right, let's see here.
No fat. Well, apparently Patty's like 200 pounds right now.
Yeah.
You see what Daniel was saying? Like, I got to strategically plan out his fights because
Yeah.
he needs so much time to get down to weight.
Right.
Looking like a cross between Owen Hart and the Beetle.
Yeah.
The Beatles were from Liverpool too, right?
I think so.
I think so. They're Scousers.
I don't know. I'm not a big Beatles fan.
All right. He's not actually calling him out here. Talking shit behind his back is what I'm seeing. Lame.
He did post it.
I guess.
Although, isn't Patty in Twitter jail?
I don't know.
I mean, he admitted Terrence McKinney called him out, which I think he got to be a bad fight for Patty.
Yeah.
Terrence McKinney called him out, and Patty said something like, I don't talk to people with less than this many followers, or something like that. And then, like, he got in trouble for saying something else. And then, like, well, everyone's like, well, you got more followers than him now because he's got kicked out of fucking Twitter.
Dominic Reyes set to
I think he got
return
kicked out. He
against.
said some shit about, like, Georgians. That's why, what's his name, wants to kill him, Makayev?
Was it Makayev or Topuria wanted to kill him too?
Well, Topuria too, but Makayev too doesn't like him. Yeah, Topuria was the one in the lobby.
Yeah.
Reyes is
We're talking about this one. We're
fighting
waiting outside
Ryan
of our
Spann.
studio listening to the
I
jam
think Ryan
session.
Spann's going to win. If the right Ryan Spann shows up. But I think the right person has to show up in a way. Like,
I mean,
Reyes has
Dominic
struggled.
Reyes was on fire, right? He gets to the final boss. He gets the John Jones, and he fucking wins that fight.
He won
Yeah.
that fight.
He wins rounds 1, 2, and 3. Jones wins 4 and 5. He should have won that fight by decision. Bummer. You fight your whole life at a 205 or try. John Jones is it. I just beat the GOAT, and I got to take it from you. So that sucks. What does John do? He gets rid of the title. So you go, I'm the interim champion. You got a shot against Jan, and Jan fucking cracks him. Right? Get that fucking footprint on his ribs.
Polish
Loses that
power.
fight. Who was the champion, right? Jan had a couple defenses or one defense. Just Izzy. That was it, right?
Yeah.
Just Izzy. That was it. And then he fights Yuri in a title eliminator and fucking gets that crazy fucking
Back
knockout.
elbow.
Although Yuri said that he got knocked out a couple times in that fight.
He always does.
Yeah, he's like, I lost consciousness a little bit and I threw that elbow to make up for the difference. But again, he's lost to 3 straight champions and one of them's the fucking greatest fighter of all time. So I think his stock is low. And I'm hoping he comes in as an underdog in this fight. I would love to see that money. Ryan Spann could definitely knock him out. Ryan Spann has the power to put anybody to sleep, but he also could show up and just be
Not fight.
man, just look like he doesn't know what, like he's never been in a cage before.
Yeah.
And I think even a low Dom Reyes is way better than a low Ryan Spann. Top level is the bash. If they're both come hot, it's gonna be a fun one. If they both come at their top level, but again, if we're gonna see reduced levels by both these guys. Dominic Reyes' floor is higher than
You'd have to
Ryan
think there's
Spann's.
a little momentum on Spann's side, though, right? He's been more active. He won his last fight.
He's been up and down.
Yeah.
He's been up and down in his fights. He lost to Anthony Smith.
Where's Reyes' mind?
Anthony Smith beat the piss out of him.
Yeah.
Beat the piss out of him and talked shit to him the whole time. So you just don't know who's going to show up. And he comes back and beats Kulaba.
Yeah.
The Kulaba's winning that fight till he gets stupid.
Kulop's an idiot.
A fucking moron.
All right, and then I think that's it, guys. We
Knocked it
went
out.
through all the news. I felt like there was something
Rory
else,
McDonald
but I don't
retired.
remember.
Yeah. Roy McDonald Tower got knocked out. Strickland and Cannonier.
Strickler
Fighting.
Canyon. There's a bunch of fight announcements. We'll go. There's no card next week. Right? There's no card next week.
Let's see here.
So we'll talk more about news
events.
and we'll preview the Gan and Tuivasa fight is the next card, I believe.
Yeah.
And that's on the
Tuivasa,
3rd. So yeah, we got a week off. We got a week off.
shoey.
So we got more stuff to talk about next week. Got to
Then
fill time anyway.
Hamza
September.
Diaz.
Yeah, they're not even adding another fight to it either.
Yeah, who was?
We're trying to get a break to Diaz shoulders.
God, Diaz just
Johnny
punches.
Walker,
Oh,
Kudalaba.
speaking of Kulab, the shit shows on that fight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Jouton Almeida's back.
Jones is sticking that heavyweight, huh?
Urosa Hakeem.
Why
Jamie
does he step
Pickett.
down for Hakeem? Did he lose his last fight?
Piggy.
Chris Barnett Collier.
Oh, Collier beat the fuck out of him.
Chris Barnett.
Anna Langer. And Lingus.
Lioness and
Lioness
Weeks.
is a beast, too.
Yeah, that's a good fight.
Looks like a good card. People
Yeah.
complain about this card. I mean, it's not the greatest card of all time, but it's good.
Yeah.
looks better than the card we're gonna watch
Can we
tomorrow.
get 6
Oh,
rounds?
is this going to be a pay-per-view too?
Yeah, that's the main
You
event.
think that goes the distance?
I don't know that it sells a ton of tickets with this undercard. Like, these are good fighters for guys who pay attention, but the only name
Yeah, but
is
that
I mean,
Diaz,
They should be-
Hamzat.
there should be a lot of
And even
finishes in
Hamzat, I think people are like, what did you just say?
but Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz was gonna
Right.
push this thing.
Right.
Your boy girl Macy.
She probably can win that fight.
No, she only beats fucking Cans. Why is Hakeem Dawodu fighting for fucking? I know I'm messing up. Who's the other guy I'm thinking
You're
about?
thinking of Dia Casey.
No, I'm thinking he's ranked. He lost to Arnold Allen in a good fight. In a close
I mean, I almost think this is a better card this
Do I?
fight night. Whitaker, Vittori,
I don't know. Maybe it's Dowdu.
Gan,
I
Tuivasa.
thought Alessa Chirico was done.
Yeah, he bounced back, I guess.
Oh, there you go. Christos Giagos, your people versus Benoit Saint Denis, the French Special Forces.
Denise is
Imavov
a bad
Buckley.
boy. Ricardo Ramos.
Well, will we be back next week? Probably take a week off because there's nothing
Yeah.
until this fight, right? The Gan fight, which is September 3rd. So we'll probably
Yeah,
chill next week and then come back the week after, yeah?
for sure.
Word.
All right,
If
guys.
I wins the money, we're gonna brag about it. If I win a big pot, I'm gonna come make sure we do a podcast.
How'd you
so I
do
can
on
shut up.
the last fight?
Not very good.
No?
I had a 6 for 6.
It was a
in
strange
DraftKings.
fucking card.
Yeah?
There was winners that like scored 40 points
Yeah.
and shit. It was an ugly. That Nunes fight was bullshit. The Badai fight was bull. That's because a lot of those winners didn't win those fights,
Yeah, but I did not win.
and I don't think Nunes did either.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of low scoring, boring ass fights. So it made it
No, I
look
thought
really
Nunes lost. I thought that was clear.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know how she won that fight.
Even the fucking
Because she was even getting outboxed
I
on
thought
the
the
feet.
law won his fight too.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you in 2 weeks
Yep, yep.
in the
Later.
guard. Ugh.